Wow, everyone is muted except me. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world of darkness, and welcome to Raid Across New York, the werewolf venue where we will be, for once, in the DeLorean, because yes, being a keeper means that Kotori has to deal with the DeLorean, even if he prefers the Umbra, of course, because apparently there are cops everywhere, which means that I can be in lupus, and that's racist against my species, and I protest vigorously, and all cops should get the fuck out. Get out, cops, please. So, Kotori is walking in his manskin, and he is, well, he's currently taking care of the Shrine of Bear, where he is basically sitting around the totem, eating half of his food and throwing it on the ground near the Shrine of Bear. And this is where we will start our scene.
Wren is looking for him. She has something to tell him and needs to check in. So, the Shrine of Bear is usually a good place to start. She comes wandering up. She is without her giant purse for once. And she kind of doesn't really look like she knows what to do with her hands. She keeps kind of twisting them in her scarf. If he's sitting and looking busy, she'll circle around so that she's approaching from in front of him.
Yeah, well, he's just sitting, eating some salmon.
Ooh, okay. Hello, Raya.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm
You
fine.
found safe fish.
Mm, yeah, yeah, I found some. Apparently, the easiest way is actually to, you know, get out of the sept and go hunt it for it yourself. It works generally better that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of a long trip.
Mm, yes, but it's worth it.
That's fair.
And he just pat on the ground, inviting Ren to sit beside him.
She does. She curls up next to him. She's really not used to Kotori and his man skin, but she tries not to be awkward about it.
Oh, how have you been since your return?
Busy. I had a bunch of papers to turn in, a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
stuff to catch up on for my classes, so I've been holed away doing that.
Mm-hmm. Education is important.
Yes. Yes, I keep telling myself that. It's a lot easier to believe when I'm not in the middle of 5 papers and can breathe again. Um, Kachina last night, uh, she kind of pauses because it's hard to explain this. I needed to tell you that Kachina has to stay away from you for a month.
He makes a pause.
We went to an umbral place
Mm-hmm.
last night, and in order to go, we had to give up something that comforts us, that gives us warmth. And he forswore his friendship with you for a month.
Tori's going to stay silent for a little bit.
Can I perception empathy him doing that?
Yes.
One success.
Uh, you get a mixed feeling of probably what you would say happiness, and yet he's not very pleased also. He's kind of in between.
That seems fair. That's kind of what Ren was expecting.
Well, if he had to pay this price to go to this place, I can't really fault him. So I guess I will have to wait for a month to see him coming back.
One of Luna's handmaidens demanded it of us, basically.
Mm. So, what did you do there?
We went hunting a winter spirit, the first Wendigo to fall to the worm. He's been bound into a realm of blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
We retrieved his staff and his hatchet to be returned to Wendigo, and kicked his ass.
I see. Well, it is never a happy subject to hunt down those who were part of our tribes or part of our friends, but I would expect that this would perhaps please Wendigo and let him be more mm, merciful, even if that's not really a possibility in regard of Kachina.
Yes, I hope so.
Mm. Well, when I say he will have more clemency, it's probably that he will make it quick to kill him.
Do you think does Wendigo still want to kill Kachina?
Kachina had a contract with Great Wendigo. The hearts of a traitor need to be brought to him. One heart has been brought by the death of this spiral that brought Kelly with him.
Mm-hmm.
Payments still need to be had, and if Kachina doesn't pay in due time, Wendigo will not care in the world. Wendigo will see that the contract hasn't been honored, and he will take what belongs rightfully to him. That is his way.
We should get on that then.
Mm. He nods. Yes.
May I walk in now?
Well, you can walk whenever you want, bro.
No, I wanted you guys to, have a little conversation beforehand.
Yeah, you have to make your dramatic entrance, you goddamn peacock.
Yeah, I have to. So, you guys see this asshole coming. He has a hoodie covering most of his face, and he has a scarf around his neck, covering his mouth and everything. And he just slowly walks up to you.
Ren kind of dusts herself off and starts to stand up. How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good.
Did your trip to the city was fruitful?
A bit. A little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Mm.
And Ren,
Mm-hmm.
how close are you to Xavier?
How
Like,
close did he come?
he's pretty close.
She probably took a step toward him, so if
Mm-hmm.
he's, depending on how close he came up.
Well, you're close enough. Could you roll me a perception alertness, please?
Yeah. One success.
You know it's very cold right now in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how there's like vapor comes out from people's nose and mouth when they breathe when it's cold.
Uh-huh.
It's not happening with Xavier.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And he looks a bit pale.
You can make a perception prime alert, actually.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
Now, I mean, like, you passed the perception, now we can make it.
3.
Yeah, you definitely will sense death vibes.
Yeah, he feels completely dead.
Wren just blanches. She just goes like white as a sheet and stares at him. And then she glances at Kotori. And then she stares at Xavier again.
Mm.
That spreads spirits.
I don't understand.
In order to generally roam into the underworld, or even, in the case of the Silent Striders and Owl's Brood, to be more attuned with death, it is common to accept a death-breath spirit within you. And generally, well, you end up dead. You should remember that one. As, if I'm correct, you were there when they pranked the Sept in believing that they were dead.
No,
Uh,
she wasn't there. She missed that.
Oh,
ah,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
poor you. You missed that.
They have pranked the entire sept. They made everybody believe that they are actually dead.
So yeah, Kotori will think a little bit. Mm, yeah, we weren't there, so you wouldn't know. But yes, this is
Um,
he's
I'm,
paying attention.
I'm actually glad that she wasn't here. She would kill us.
What did you do? What are you doing?
We were dead for 2 days.
Gaia, I'm glad I wasn't here. Don't ever let that happen.
Mhm. Don't worry, we would have told you beforehand. There is no point in pranking those of your pack.
No, that's true.
Mm.
Why? Why? What are you trying to do?
We we were looking for somebody, and Spirit knew where he was. So, in order to get the location of this person, I paid Chiminage.
Mm. Someone asked the owls to do something for them. The owl made what was asked of him. However, the payment was insufficient for the totem. So they contacted Xavier and us to have a little talk with those who are involved.
Who?
Mages,
Are we paying prices for mages?
no, they didn't pay the price, so we had to remind them how things work, even if apparently they think that they know so well.
Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. So this, and she kind of gestures towards Xavier. And if he lets her, she'll reach out and just touch like the back of his hand very gently with 2 fingers.
He's cold.
Physic- Oh,
He's cold, cold, cold.
how long will this last?
For a month.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, I actually feel completely fine.
Mm. He has to generally live his life fully. This is what the Death Drift demands. They want to feel alive more than anything.
Wow.
So, even if he appears to be dead to the world, it is a joyful aspect to there is a joyful aspect to it.
Huh. I think I understand. Well, that's certainly an interesting look for you, Xavier.
Thank you. I'm trying to work around it.
Yeah, I bet it makes things a little tricky.
Kinda does. It kind of does.
Hmm. Also, Xavier, I've seen Chino.
You did?
Hmm.
Wait, what?
Uh, Juan something Chino, the kin of Rowan.
He's now known as Banebreaker.
So I've heard.
Wait, what? How?
Ren is
What
kind
is
of
it?
grinning to herself.
Yeah, because in a group of people who dwells in secret, it's always fun to see who is the last to know.
Poor Xavier.
And Kotori grins. He is a Garu now. He is a Naroon.
What?
Yes.
Kidding!
No, he's very much an Arun.
Oh god, no. Not Chino, no.
Uh,
No, 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 no.
He's going to be wonderful.
I'm
And over the pack link, Ren is going to share the moment from last night where Chino intimidated an avalanche spirit, a can't say the word, minor incarna, intimidated a minor incarna into submitting. She's going to share it with them.
Xavier
well,
he's going to instantly facepalm.
it seems that demanding demanding spirits runs in the tribe as he kind of project his own memory or of you will Ren will basically see Kotori from Kotori's point of view Xavier with Emmett and Lucas fighting some kind of giant
Oh God.
skeleton dragon and basically demanding that it ripped his its rib cage open.
Ren goes white again. And like grips her scarf so tightly that her knuckles whiten.
Uh, he's going to Kotori is going to get up and which is still very weird because he's in Hamid. He's going to nuzzle Ren. There. It's okay.
Son of a bitch. That's amazing.
And now I'm. Kotori will look sideways at her. Xavier cocks his head. Well, my mother was a wolf. She was not a bitch.
No, Freya, I did not mean. It's just an expression.
he pats her on the head. It's okay. I know that one.
So what
All
the?
right.
When did that happen? What were you doing?
That's the quest that we told you about for finding those who did not pay enough for Owl.
You had to go fight that thing?
Uh, rather than we had to pass through this realm in order to get to where we were supposed to go. And also that this realm was apparently plagued by worm influence.
Oof.
But it was very strange. Apparently from another dragon who seemed very hollow and not magic, full of magic. Apparently this realm has a sense of... He turns to Xavier with a puzzle because he's not very familiar with the term. Theatricality? Is that the correct term?
She looks at Xavier too, because if anybody has a sense of theatricality, it's Xavier.
What exactly Kotori is describing right now?
He is describing, the conversation that they had with the dragon in the Mage Chantry, where it says that basically the realm of Drakenfell had a sense of theatricality, a sense for drama.
There's like a wave of like Xavier's bored hearing about that. His face shows like he's like, oh god, no, not again.
Well, anyway, yes, Chino has been changed. She's now a Garou. So I don't think that he has any problem with any of you. However, I found a very interesting thing. Apparently, in Rowan's education, he drilled into Chino's head that, well, no one can touch me. Or rather, more specifically, no Theurge can be touched by anyone else than the tribe.
Interesting.
Well, it holds a certain truth to it, but Theurges in our tribe I've seen as sacred and leaders rather than the Aruns, except in time of war, obviously. However, well, Maeve had to experiment it firsthand. She got to the end of the intimidation stick.
She did what?
Well, basically, I ruffled her hair, and Chino just looked at her, and he growled. And as you say yourself, with the avalanche, you can imagine the result. But it's okay. I mean, we're all part of a tribe. You're recognized as brothers and sisters. So there shouldn't be anything. And also, since he turns to Xavier, since you know him, and he seems to appreciate you, there won't be any problem. But I had to make precision for Mabe.
Who? Wait, what?
Basically, the short end of the story, People are going to have to refrain from physical contact with me if Shino is there.
Who likes me? Well, I completely missed it. What's going on?
Shino,
Okay,
He
okay.
doesn't
So
want people to touch
he
Kotori.
likes you. He likes you, so he shouldn't have any problem, with me doing this. And he touched your nose.
no, I really should go and see him.
Mm. Yes, I've told him to seek you. He's he think a little bit because he's not familiar with the language. He's his abuela had he thinks I think from the description he said that during his first change he was shot by people and he sought revenge. He enacted revenge upon them.
What?
Wren is nodding.
Okay, here we go. I mean, I can't frenzy, but still. Ooh, he's mad. He is
Mm.
very mad.
Wren reaches over to touch the backs of her fingers very lightly against his wrist. She's okay. I'm gonna go over later and
Mm.
make sure she's the rest of the way okay.
Apparently, from what he told me, she is okay right now. But I've told Sina and Chino to come and see you so that you free, considering that, well, you will have to still go to Olaf, considering that Sina is still being punished, to ask permission for you free to go and see Abuela.
Chino
I'll
can't go.
I'll go. I'll go
Mm.
talk to Olaf myself.
Yes, friend?
Chino made the same deal with the spirit as Kachina did, and he gave up contact with his family for a month. So
I
Abuela will need
see.
looking after.
Okay, then starting from now, I guess I promised him that considering that Rowan is not there and that Chino is still a cub, I will take responsibility for the safety of his family. So, as of now, we will make sure that nothing happens to them for the time that Chino has to stay away.
Wren nods.
This is bad. I know him. He values his family more than anything. This is not good.
He was pretty
Mm.
pissed, but he'll be okay. He's a strong guy. But he was pretty pissed.
Mm. I will have to talk to him and make him focus on other things.
I need to go see him.
Yes, having someone who is familiar will help him, and also, ah, well, knowing that me, you, and Ren can go to his family and take care of them will lift something from his shoulder.
I'll go. I'll go and see if Abuela needs anything.
Mm, good. We are.
Olaf is also cut off from his family for the month.
Mm.
I'll be picking up his mail. But
Who?
he may need Olaf. Both of them
What
may
did you
need
guys
some.
do? What is this?
We had to give up for a month something that gives us comfort.
But why?
To truly understand winter. The cold of winter.
Emotionally fasting.
What'd he say?
He said, hang on. So, you guys are emotionally fasting.
Yes, that's very well said.
That's harsh. It is harsh.
I mean, we're not dead.
Hmm,
She gives Xavier a look.
maybe. But now you can practically start. Well, you all will probably start to get an idea of what Wendigo feel. The sense of loss of something that you hold very dear.
Not loss. We're fasting. We haven't lost it. It's
Hmm,
cold, but it's not hollow.
hmm. Yes, you didn't have to truly sacrifice it, but being away from something or someone that you love makes you reconsider how Wendigo acts. People generally see Wendigo as a maddening beast of rage and anger. They fail to see that Wendigo is more than that, and there is something beyond the ice cold.
Ren nods for a long time, like she just kind of keeps nodding.
And yes, oh, and also he he looks left, he looks right. So I've heard a good one. Chino apparently is naming Mabe Snow White.
Because of the
What?
dove spirits?
Uh, no, he hadn't seen her in the Umbra, but nah, he names her Snow White because he thinks, well, if he had, he would have said naive, but he went with pure because she's innocent.
I've also heard that said.
Mm.
What do you think, Kotori? I don't know her well enough.
Mm. Maeve has potential. She can be a great Theurge, and she only wished to help. But yes, I can see that the image is actually quite well found. She's pure as snow, and at some point snow will be bathed in blood. No matter what, snow cannot stay white forever.
Are you worried?
Mm. Mm. I am not sure of what I feel.
She
I
nods.
see I see a great potential, but mm, I fear that perhaps her view on things might one day be her downfall. But on
Hmm.
the other hand, I think that it is something that she should keep sacred, because such innocence is something that this nation has forgotten long ago.
Hmm.
We will see how she fares. There's
Yes.
nothing that we can do but prepare her for the blood that will shed the snow. It's up to her to see if she will come back bloodied or if she will let the blood pass through her.
Hmm. Ren nods.
Hmm. Thinks a little bit. Wren, I'm going to make a small trip for a few days. I will be off ground. I need to get away from this. Get away from. He looks at the buildings of the city. I need to get back in the wilderness for short days, 3, maybe 4 days.
Okay.
While I'm leave, I will. I want you, Michael, to take care of the cairn for me. You're both keepers. I expect you to do your duties when I'm gone.
She nods.
You will still be able to ask Uktena to contact me if there is anything that happens.
Good.
Mm. And also try and see if you can rally Kalyani. She's been doing pretty much keeper work without being named one.
Okay.
I think she would fare with us, and you will have the help of Snow White. I tasked her with being more to the care of the Bonar kinfolk and the care of the shrines. She will not be named a keeper until she is a Cleus, but she can start to be groomed into a keeper.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Mm.
Is there anything I should be studying? Callie asked me to learn several rites.
He thinks you could learn the rite of growth to help plants grow stronger within this place.
I know that one,
Good then. Mm,
but
he
my
thinks.
spirit,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not great with spirits.
Mm. What is it exactly that you lack?
I can tend the shrines, but I know binding or awakening or
Mm.
um
Summoning?
I've learned to summon and I learned to preserve fetishes,
Mm.
but I
He
prefer to
nods.
leave binding to theurges.
Mm. You should still learn this right. You never know when it can be useful for you. It is
Okay.
better to have too much knowledge than nothing. Mm. He's going to turn to Xavier. And what about you? What are
Me?
your projects for the coming months? Are
Well,
you still planning to join the Guardians?
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Mm.
I might abstain myself from holding any kind of. For now, I'm just trying to set up a laboratory in my school so I can have a place to test this liquid they've been dumping in the fishes once they
Mm.
successfully raid the fish plant and bring back a sample.
Mm.
After that, I don't know, I just might take a trip myself.
Mm-hmm. He nods. I understand. You wish to have independence. You do not want to be too attached to this place.
Can I perception empathy Xavier when Kotori says that?
Or you can even perception empathy Kotori when he says that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. You
Here's
can.
3 for Xavier.
Okay. Yeah. What Kotori said seems to reflect away from Xavier. He actually does feel that.
And 3 more for Kotori.
Yeah, Kotori doesn't like it. That he feels it's not, reprimanding of you doing that stuff. It's more, Kotori's history. You know that a lot of packmates left him, and that it's something that it's his weakness. But basically, he feels that, at one point everyone leaves him.
You guys both get a wash of emotion over the pack link that, like, if it were a physical touch, it would be a hug. Like, Wren doesn't reach out and grab either of you, but it's just about that.
Kotori is going to sigh and look at Xavier, then look at Wren. What would we do without our favorite children of Gaia?
Let's never find out. I would miss you.
It feels like she's the anchor for both of us to this place and each other. It's weird.
Hmm. Yes, I guess we have Olaf to be the voice of reason, and we have Wren that is the emotional anchor of this pack. Well, he just gets up. I think that's going to be a very functional pack.
Oh, that'll be an interesting new change. She's totally teasing Kotori.
He's looking at you sideways. Do you want me to make you take a field trip to Pangea? I'm sure you'd like the dinosaurs.
Ooh, I'm not sure that I would like the dinosaurs.
As he kind of give you this wolfish grin. Ah,
I wouldn't care about dinosaurs, but I would be happy to see something else in Pangaea.
hmm. He nods. We will go there
I
and
mean,
rejoin with our brother.
he was old, but I do miss him, you know.
Hmm. He nods. I know. I know what's in the box now.
Oh,
Doesn't. Hmm. Nods.
what's
It
in the
doesn't
box?
change. Hmm. He uh he makes uh he makes a no gesture with a head and just make the gesture of shutting my mouth with throwing the key away to as basically saying no speaking word of this.
Okay,
Red
let's
knots.
go. Oh God, no. Kotori,
And
you are being bombarded from Packlink.
oh yeah, no. You get a calming gesture through the backlink. And this conversation will take place in Packlink. This is not something for the ears of the outsiders. We have. Hmm, uh, I know that it's a bane from Pangea.
In
It's a
that
spirit,
box.
hmm and not a small one.
Oh,
It's. Uh, it's So okay, I don't want to say something wrong, but this is out of character because I'm trying to think, but if I'm correct with what was said, it's an Incana. But it's basically yeah, it's a named Bane.
It's a what bane?
No, what I mean is that it's a very,
It's a
very potent Bane. It's beyond totem level.
okay. So it's one mate. Is it one of that old ancient banes that were sealed away?
Mm, no, I do not think so.
Oh boy.
This
Oh boy.
this one, from what I gathered of the memories of my ancestor, they are fragmented. They are link that are missing. Information that could become very handy if we had those. I know precisely what type of Bane it is, and it makes sense with the name of the talent that it represents. Hope. However, there are elements that are missing that puzzles me. Even if it is a Bane, it is supposed to be a Bane of balance from the time before the worm went mad. Yet I can sense worm taint on it.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's coming from her season in the abyss.
I hate you.
Hey, I can make Slayer puns if I want. But I wouldn't want to release something so powerful in a state of corruption that it should not have. I think we will still go as we planned. We will go to Pangaea to know more about the spirit's place of origin. See if it has brought imbalance there. If it has, by its absence, then as much as it pains me, I will have to see and think, but perhaps I will have to release the spirit there, so he can come back to its natural place and bring back balance once again.
Kotori, didn't you go hunting that box as a cure?
Yeah, you can sense a wince through the pack link. Yes, but my case is unimportant. I am not important in the long run. I'm
Important
a
to who?
Garu.
She kind of reaches over and pokes him with a finger, just gently in the arm.
He's going to take her. He's going to take her hand in his hands. I'm a wolf among the nation, just as any other wolf, any other Garu. I might be an Adrian now, but still, some need saving more than I do. I could always. And he's not going to say anything, but he sends an image of pure blackness, despair, and horror, which Xavier will completely recognize as being the abyss. And he can see an image being thrown of a wolf being chained in the darkness.
All of the hairs on the back of Ren's neck stand up.
You can make, if you want, you can make an intelligence enigmas.
I have no enigmas.
You could roll academics with higher difficulty.
Okay.
Like difficulty 8 or 9.
Okay. I'm going to roll intelligence academics, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
You can pretty much guess that he is, well, it's a wolf trapped literally in the abyss, and Kotori has made no secret about
Sure.
where his ancestor is trapped.
Actually, about that, I've been tasked by Rowan to get him out of there.
Hmm.
That means before the end of next year, I have to go back into the abyss and get him out.
Kotori is going to come and take Xavier's hand and join it with Ren's and his. We will go there, but we will not go unprepared, driven by madness and needs of suffering, absolution. We will go there as a pack, as a family united, to save one of its members. We will not go alone in the dark. We will be there, and no one will be left behind.
And we need to take precautions for that thing.
Yes. He turns to Ren. There is a Garu within the abyss, a trader who has fused with the realm, who declare this place its home.
Mm.
We will have to be extremely prudent once we go there, and prepare ourselves with appropriate protection, knowingly protection against silver.
Ren cringes at the word silver. Metis don't deal well with silver.
Hmm. We will prepare, and we will go united, and come back victorious as we always do.
And I will try to find a way to share my speed with all of you in case we need to just run.
He nods. We will all have a role to play. The hunters of the lost will always save lost souls. And speaking of which, once I come back, we are going to awaken that Korax. He has stayed asleep for far too long.
That's a good idea.
Messengers of Gaia always have news to tell. Perhaps one of the reasons why our enemy have eluded for so long is because we dwell waiting for an answer that is at hand's reach. But we were too busy with our own problems to see that it was there all along.
I would also really like to meet another messenger. Maybe I can get a road trip buddy, let's say.
Another messenger?
That's how the sons of Raven are known within the nation. And well, as you know, the Silent Strider goes from sept to sept, spreading news.
Ren nods. Gives Xavier a curious look, because that's interesting.
That's what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Interesting.
Yeah, believe me, it is.
All
Speaking
right.
of lost
Mhm.
souls, Kotori, when I cleansed
Mhm.
Chino,
Ah, he.
he,
Are you speaking, or are you telling this through the pack link?
I think Ren is gonna say it through the pack link so that she can show him a picture of Chino like stealing
Mhm.
himself against the cleansing.
Mhm. Yes, I know. There is there's something inside him. I believe. I believe we will have to make exceptions, or more precisely, he will. Well, he will not be able to go out of the rite of cleansing, of
Okay,
course.
so is Xavier seeing that too?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she'll show it to both of them.
Let me do a wormlore check. That is.
Hmm. Kotori is going to nod. I think that he is not corrupted as it is. I think rather he shows a particular heritage within his blood.
Mm,
I think that just as he turns to Xavier, just as you have been blessed by the peacock, his blood has been blessed by a far more obscure and dark masters.
that poor kid.
Hmm, perhaps. However, it is also a great strength to have, because just as the spirit recognize our heritage, this particular heritage, however horrible it is, it will allow him to gain access to things that none of us could have, or rather, he will get it more easily because they would feel a kinship to him.
Interesting. I see.
Mm.
Hmm.
That is why the cleansing was painful to him. You can cleanse the residual taint that is there, but the core that is within his blood and spirit can't go away. I think that perhaps I will have to work on something for him, something that will be used as a receptacle for the worm taint that would dwell upon him. That way, there will be no need to use a rite of cleansing on him. Mm.
That's smart.
All right. I need to still be in this man skin since those blue homids always dwell around. So, who wants to invite his alpha for some ice cream?
Ooh, me. I do.
Are you coming, Xavier?
I think I should go and see Chino actually. Calm him down
Hmm.
a little bit.
Kotori nods. We will bring you back some ice cream then. Hmm. And also, this time, uh, well, still through the backlink as we are having this conversation through backlink, he will throw you an image of the talon from Aaron. I will need you and your book to record everything that is within this talon.
I will.
Mm.
Just call me whenever you need me.
Mm-hmm. That way we will be able to spare any knowledge that it contains to Uktena and keep it to ourselves also.
Hmm.
Good.
Alright. Let's go, Ren. It's been a long time since I've tasted this tasty watermelon ice cream.
Have
Ren
some for me
reaches over to
too.
give Xavier's wrist a squeeze. You take good care of yourself, okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm completely fine, don't worry.
And mhm. With that, as the Alpha is trolling his packmate through the chat, I think that we can call it a scene. Thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching, which I hope, watchers, that you are part of this pack or Uctenas, because otherwise we will be very displeased. And we will find you. And we will send Wraith at you. Have a good time, everyone.